Welcome to Bake With Me. As always, we're going to do two amazing things today. We are going to bake Rocky Road fudge cookies. Sound good? And we are going to learn some things from our dear friend here. Please help me welcome Shani.
Thank you.
Yay, Shani! So Shani, out of all the people in this fabulous world, why would I invite you to be with me baking these Rocky Road cookies?
Because you love me.
I do love you.
Love me?
I do love you. Okay, why else?
And because I have
Oh no, he's taking it off, guys.
one leg.
And now we're nuts for your
Nuts.
leg.
Yes.
And you know what the amazing thing is about Shani? The first time I met him to discuss being on this show, he has such an incredible sense of humor about his leg or not having a leg or artificial leg, whatever. He's such a great attitude about it. He actually sells security systems, and his logo across his whole car and everything, it's super cool, is one leg up on the bad guys. What? Like, come on. Like, that's just the greatest thing. I love it. So, really quick, before we start cooking, actually, you know what? Let's start cooking because we got a lot to do today. This is not a difficult recipe. There's just a lot to it. So we have 2 cups of butter right here. It has to be cold butter, and you're gonna cut it into little chunks. So we're gonna put our cold butter into this bowl, Shani.
Right.
Maybe, if it's gonna stick. You got it?
I got it.
Yeah, use your hands because we're gonna have our hands all up in this recipe. It's the most fun thing.
Awesome.
It's a great recipe to do with kids because it gets their hands involved. And now we're gonna dump a cup and 3/4 of sugar. As always, guys, what do I use? Organic cane sugar. So we're gonna put that in with our butter. And why don't you go ahead, Shani, and grab that mixer, and we're gonna start mixing. Now, if you could, over the sound of the mixer, tell us how you lost your leg.
Well, I was involved in a car accident when I was 16 years of age, and I was going to the beach early one morning on December 16th with a bunch of my friends to go surfing. And on 415, which is on the back way of the beach, in the front of the beach,
Yeah.
I was involved in a car accident, and I was in a coma for 28 days.
Oh my goodness.
I was in the hospital for 3.5 months. Took out my spleen, sewed my liver up, broke my left femur bone in half.
So your leg isn't the only thing you're missing.
No.
There's other stuff. They took some organs. We got
Yeah.
coma for 28 days.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how that feels. Like, it's almost harder. Not that it wasn't hard on you. I'll give you that. But it's almost harder on your family and friends, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. They sat there and gave me a 10% chance of living. So, and they thought for 16 days to be paraplegic because my pelvis moved 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
But through the grace of God, I'm walking and talking. So here we are.
Unbelievable. Do you play the lottery? Because like those are some odds, man.
Yes,
like,
yes. I've been, it's I look at my accident on December 16th was the best day of my life. I lost half my leg, but
What? All right, explain that.
well, when I woke up and I found myself in the hospital, I was pretty down. I weighed 132 before my accident.
Okay.
I was down to 82 pounds in ICU. So I was pretty skinny. And so at the end of the day, I became a Christian.
Yeah.
So
you found your faith.
Yeah, 2 months later, inside the hospital, and I got saved, and I always say that my loss was actually my gain.
Your gain.
I lost half my leg, but I found God. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
So
very
on that
blessed.
note, you're amazing. So are these eggs. So we're
Right.
gonna dump them in. Sound good?
Woo-wee, let's do it.
So let's go get those eggs mixed up in there for me. Thank you. And then I'm gonna pour in. Those were 2 eggs. Didn't tell you that.
2.
And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. There you go. While you're doing that, is there anything else you want to share about that particular event?
Well,
I'm gonna combine our dry ingredients.
it's pretty neat. It's, for me, people are like, oh, Sean, you're an inspiration. I surf and I wrestle after my accidents, and I run and do all this stuff. But I've always said
Did you
this.
do all that before the accident?
Yeah, I was always athletic, always,
Yeah.
surfing, but, not much of a runner. I ran, but I like running now these days. I have a blade for running.
Listen, Shani, if I'm ever running, you better run too. Because
Right.
there's something chasing me. Because that ain't happening on its own.
My life is beyond blessings. I mean, I just live a life that I got friends and family. I always say this, that I'm not who I am without my friends.
Yeah.
Wasn't for, I get kind of emotional. Because it wasn't for my friends.
Don't make me cry over cookies. There's no crying in baking.
And my family, I always say because of you guys, I am me.
Well, I think we're pretty fortunate to have you two. Now I'm gonna mix these dry ingredients because we're gonna be wet over here with our tears and we're gonna be dry over here with the ingredients. We've got 2 1/4 cup of flour. It's a 1/2 cup of cocoa. See, I told you, this one's a more, not challenging recipe. It's a pretty easy recipe. It's just a lot of ingredients. So we have 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, just a little bit of salt. Okay, so I'm gonna stir these. How are we doing over there?
Amazing.
Amazing. You are pretty amazing, Shani. I mean, I don't know how many people can go through what you went through and feel like it was such a blessing. I mean, you are truly a blessing to all of us, and it's a lesson learned. Like we all take life pretty seriously, and sometimes, you know what? It's just not that serious.
Yeah.
Especially when you're making Rocky Road fudge cookies.
I know, boy.
All right, my dear. I am
right?
going to sort. Yes, sir. I am going to gently. Is it on low? Because we don't want you to get splashed. We are going to combine our dry ingredients into our wet. Give that a little stir, and then we'll add some more.
It smells so good.
So how long did you have to go through physical therapy before you learned to be able to walk with your artificial leg?
You know, it's so weird. Like, when I was in the hospital, I got out. They wanted me to go down to Tampa, Shrines Hospital,
Okay.
5 days a week, and come back on the weekends.
5 days a week of therapy?
Yeah, and come back on the weekends.
Yikes.
Be in-house. And I was like, hospital 3.5 months. So I'm like, I don't want to go down there. So pretty much my practitioners who made my legs, we did rehab at my house.
Yeah.
So
They came and did that for you?
Well, no, I pretty myself. I'd go to my doctors. They said, "It's your leg. Put it on and walk." That was my therapy.
Oh
so,
my goodness. So how many legs have you had like during this whole transition? And do you feel like this is a part of me? This is a limb. I don't want to get rid of. Like, what if you're done? Like somehow, I don't know. Tell me about.
Well, it's kind of weird. I remember one time when I first lost, I lost my leg. Got home. I'm sitting in a chair, and the phone rang. So I went up to get it, realizing I don't got no leg, and my stomp.
Oh my goodness.
Hit the ground.
Oh shoot! I bet that's the last time you did that.
Yes. But
are there any other times that you like actually physically lost your leg?
Oh yeah, I was actually water skiing at my friend Scott Roberts' house off Lake Catherine.
I think we're good. We can.
And I was on jet ski.
Yeah.
I was going about 40 miles an hour. And my friend Scott on the back. Hang on! I turned it. I went flying. He went flying. My leg went flying.
What?
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, "You okay?" He's like, "I hurt my back." I'm like, "Oh man!" I turn around. I see my leg starting to
Just
sink. I'm like, "Oh shoot!" So I went over there. I swam, and we couldn't find it. So I got.
That would be something if I'm like on a lake, just chilling, fishing.
Then boom.
Maybe pull out a leg.
I called up the Channel 2, and I called up the fire department of Sanford. And they came out, did a recap on me, and they actually, the company from the Sanford dive team, spent 2.5 weeks looking for my leg.
Oh.
And they found it.
They found it?
They found it.
Oh my goodness. Well, it can't be usable at that point.
Oh yeah, but it is. I wore it for another 1.5 years.
What?
Yep.
It's that durable. It can stay in a lake for that long.
What makes it bad is when you go from the wet lake to the oxygen, that's when it starts to create corrosion.
Okay.
It starts rusting. But yeah, it's
That's amazing.
It was crazy. So then I was buying pizza every day, the fire department every day.
Oh, you're buying pizza for the fire department, people who are looking for your leg every day?
2.5 weeks. So I'm like, Lord, I'm about to be broke. All of a sudden, before you know it, they came out, they're like, we found it. I'm like, oh my
goodness.
Lord.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
3/4 cup of nuts. And a full 11-ounce bag of chocolate chips, or as much as you want. All right, Shani. You work out, you surf, you do all kinds of things. You want to stir this for me? Because this ain't easy.
Absolutely.
There I go again with my wonderful grandma. It ain't easy.
This is definitely.
So this is a fun recipe. We mix all the chocolate chip and the nuts in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap our batter around marshmallows. You got that?
This is a
So we're just going to show you 1 or 2 of those. And then we will come back after we bake them. We are going to put our cookies in a 360-degree oven for about 10 to 14 minutes. What you're looking for is it to be slightly brown on the bottom And then on top, it might still look a tiny bit doughy in the middle, and that's okay. Your cookies will set after you take them out of the oven. So shall we play?
We shall play.
All right, so let's grab that pan of marshmallows and bring that over here. Beautiful, beautiful. It's almost like you've done this before. Are you domestic?
No, I'm not, unfortunately. My girlfriend is.
Your girlfriend
she's
is.
Amazing.
So we've got a scoop. I'm gonna put it in your hands. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, playtime.
All right.
And it makes about 16 cookies. So we're gonna flatten our dough. Ready? Almost like a hamburger. We're gonna take our marshmallow, put it in there and roll it up. Kind of make a taco first, taco shape.
All right.
And then put your bit there. And then what you're gonna wanna do is put your cookie down marshmallow side down so that when it melts, it gets nice and gooey on the inside. Yeah, ooh, look at that.
I got skills.
You got skills. All right, we're gonna pop these into the oven and we will see you guys in about, I don't know, oh, for you it'll be seconds. For us, it'll be about 10, 15 minutes. All right, see you soon. Welcome back. Our cookies have baked, ours baked for about 12 to 13 minutes. They have come out beautiful and we are ready to try them, but really quick, Shani, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you. This is amazing. And just want to tell people out there, keep on looking up because you are amazing and you are powerful. And just thanks my friends and family and POA Prosthetics who gives me legs to walk every day. My beautiful girlfriend and people like you who I call LCs, life changers. So keep on doing them because it makes a difference.
Thank you. Does this mean I have one leg up on the bakers?
You definitely have one leg up on. This is yours. Merry Christmas. No, so
Thank you.
That,
should we try a cookie first?
you make the horse.
Wait, let me feed it. Let me feed it. Oh, eat that.
Well, one leg up on the cooks and cookies. So.
All right, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh my, that should be a sin right here. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want more information on the disability that you learned about today, click the link below and please subscribe to our channel. Peace, love, and happiness.